Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Acer Spin 5 series model N19W3. We're going to be using, it looks like a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver. So let me go ahead and get that. Alright, and we're going to remove all the screws from the bottom. I'm having an ant problem here. I don't know if you can see, there's like random ants randomly coming out. I don't know why, I think because it's been raining. But anyways, you want to keep all the screws in order because they are different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that, I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So I'm going to put these 3 in a row. Then we got 3 here, and then we got 4 down here. Okay. Alright, again, keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and length. If your laptop is just having some issues turning on, there's a little battery reset hole here. You can use a pin or a folded out paper clip to press on that. Alright, and sometimes that will get your computer to turn back on. Alright, anyways, other than that, if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, let's go ahead and continue getting all these screws out. Let me see here. Most of these screws actually on the bottom appear to look the same, but it's always a good idea to put the same screw back where you got it, okay? Alright, so now that we got all these screws out, we're going to pop the bottom cover off. For some reason the screen's not coming on, so hopefully we're going to see if, I'm going to pull this pen out, but hopefully we're going to see if just the cable came loose. If we're lucky, then that should solve the problem once we tighten it up. Alright, let's see if we can pop this out. I'm going to try with the suction cup real quick, so we'll get the suction cup there. I'm going to hold this down with my fingernail, and we're going to pull on it, and it pops up very nicely, actually. Alright, these ants are getting annoying. How do I get them to go away? Alright, so there we go. And that's what the bottom cover looks like. You can see with where the slot for that stylus. It is actually pretty dusty in here, so I'm going to have to clean that up, and then I'll be back. Alright. Let me do that real quick. Actually, let's go ahead and disconnect the battery, and then we're going to do a power drain by pressing and holding the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. For now, I'm just going to get a thumbnail here. I guess it's going to be a thumbnail with the dust on it. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and peel this up. I guess we'll use their stylus. Get in there. We'll peel this adhesive out. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to get on this. Let me actually zoom in more here. And we're going to use the wings of the battery connector, and we're going to just kind of wiggle it as we pull, and there we go. Pop the battery out. If you want, you can also disconnect the CMOS or BIOS battery connector here. You can see it's on this long cable, and we're just going to pull that out. I feel that's a waste of space. I don't know why they made it so far away like that. But yeah, alright. And they also put some black marker on there. Okay, anyways, after disconnecting the main battery, you don't have to remove the CMOS or BIOS battery, RTC battery for this, but after removing the main battery, what we're going to do, we're going to press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds, so on this side, alright, to drain any residual power. Again, this makes it a lot safer to work on, and yeah, especially since we're messing with the screen connector, you don't want to do this without draining the power first, okay? So we'll do this a few more seconds. There we go. Alright, we'll close this up. And then, yeah, let me clean this out and I'll be back. You can see the fan has all this dust on it. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I'm back. And as you can see, we dusted this thing out. It's a lot cleaner now. Alright, you can see the fan doesn't have that weird ring of dust in the middle anymore. Alright, much better. I'm just going to go quickly over the internals. We already disconnected the battery. You can see the battery model number right here, AP18C7M. Alright. They also have this type, I don't know what TYP, but 3634 milliamp hours, 55.9 watt hours. Alright. You got the wireless card here. If you want to pop out the antennas, you go from the tail and just pull straight up. There's one screw, looks like a JS1, and then it pops up at an angle. You can pull it out. CPU is soldered to the motherboard. RAM appears to be soldered to the motherboard. Here you can see the button for resetting the battery. You have this M.2, looks like a PCIe NVMe SSD, 512 gigs. Alright, one screw there, pops up slightly at an angle, you can pull it out. You have this cable connecting this I/O board to the motherboard for the headphone jack, USB 3.0 port, power button, and then these what do you call, LED indicator lights. You have this little thing connected here for the pen, so it knows that the stylus is connected. Battery's easy to remove, 2 screws here, and then it looks like it goes up at an angle and you can pull it out that way. Alright. Keyboard backlight connector here. This has a flip latch, then keyboard connector here. It has 2 latches here that you kind of have to use 2 fingernails and pull it straight down, and then you can pull it out. Be careful not to pull too hard. You don't want to rip that thing out of the board. Alright, you got this connector here, which I believe is for the touchpad or trackpad, and then you have this tiny one there, which I'm not sure where that's going. I'm not going to be pulling out all the stuff because I don't want to do extra things that can risk it. I believe it's for the fingerprint reader. Alright, so there's a fingerprint sensor right there, it seems, and that's most likely what that purple cable's for. Then there's also this little cable here, which goes around underneath the battery here and connects right here. And this is, I think they call it a Hall effect sensor or something, whatever detects whether the screen is like opened or closed, flipped upside down, and whatever. Okay, not really much else to show in here. LCD LVDS connector here, I'm gonna disconnect that just to check if it's loose. And then you have the speaker here and here. Okay, and the speakers are connected with this cable right there, which disconnects just like the battery cable. You grab that, wiggle it, and pull it out. Then you have this little cable here, which is likely for the webcam, microphones, or something. Sometimes for the touchscreen. But yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can peel this guy up. We'll double check the connection there. And then we'll see if we can somehow separate the screen, but the screen seems like it's going to be difficult to separate. Okay, so this has a little thermal pad stuff. You can see that material kind of peels up. I don't think this is loose because it has that latch and then it has wings that hold it, but you can see after you lift that latch up, you can pull the cable up slightly. Oh, it's getting blocked by the hinge mechanism here, so we will kind of have to maneuver this out of the way. Let me actually use the proper tool. So we got this. We can kind of push this out of the way from the speaker to lift it up, and then we can kind of get underneath and pull this up slightly. There's not much room in here actually, so I don't know. I can't really pull it up much. But okay, there you go. You can see this cable is slightly coming up and out. And there we go. So there's the cable, LCD LVDS connector. Alright, and then I don't know if you need that, but they have this on here. Hinge up module. You can pause and read that if you need it, or you can just check your computer because the bottom cover is easy enough to get off that you should be able to check that. Okay, so that was kind of difficult to remove. It's probably going to be easier if I lift this hinge up first. So let me actually open that hinge. So what we're going to do, we're going to open the laptop slightly enough I can get my hand under there. We're going to go ahead and take these 2 screws out. Okay, looks like JS1 screws. I'm keeping pressure underneath with my fingers to get a good grip on the screw. You want to be careful because this screw, it did slip a little bit trying to undo it, and you don't want to strip that screw, otherwise you're going to be stuck with that permanently there. Okay, so now that we got both screws out, we can actually lower the screen down, and you can see now we have this hinge up, and that would actually make it easier to get this into place. So let me get this back in now. Okay, make sure that cable goes in all the way. It's very important that both sides are in all the way before you plug in the battery, or you're going to fry the screen, possibly this cable, possibly the backlight connector. So be very careful, make sure that's good. Alright, then we're going to tuck all that excess down in there. get that over there and put that hinge back down. All right, let's go ahead now and put the hinge screws back in. Tighten that down. Good, make sure it's good. And then we got this last one here. All right. So as far as that goes, yeah, this screw is already kind of stripped, so I don't know. I don't know if somebody worked on this before, because even this side, it looks a little bit stripped there. So I think somebody used the screwdriver that was too small for that when they worked on it before. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the screen now and see if we can somehow pop the screen out, because I have a feeling that that didn't fix it. So we'll see. We'll flip it all the way back this way, okay? And we'll see if we can somehow pop this out. I'm not too sure. It looks like this might all be one piece. So usually if we're lucky, I can get my fingernails in the top gap here and pull on this and pop some clips, but it feels like there's adhesive holding it. Okay, it did pop out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but I have a feeling there's adhesive holding it. Huh. What is this? Is it supposed to pop like that? Oh yeah, both sides are like that. So this is weird. If you look, I can pull this, and then this is separating here, which is kind of weird. Is there something hidden under there? Like, it's a weird design. I don't know why it's separating like that, but okay. So we'll continue pushing on the back and trying to peel this out and see if we can somehow, okay, you can see the adhesive is releasing there. I'm gonna try and continue going over there. It might help to, maybe let's see if I can use like a popsicle stick or something in there. Okay, and kind of guide it along to help pull the screen out. But it looks like there's an adhesive holding that. It's not going to be easy to get out, and the screen might be dead by the time we plug it in, so I don't know. I mean, it's already just completely black, nothing is happening. But let's see, I'll get that tool in there. Let me make sure nobody's messaging me real quick. Okay. And let's see if we can do the same on this side. Pulling on it, pushing on it. Okay, I don't know here. Yeah, I have a feeling this isn't going to come out without breaking. So they told me if it doesn't work, they're just going to use it as a desktop. So they're probably going to end up having to use it as a desktop. Let's see, I'm going to slide it over here a bit and see if I can spray a bit more. That actually helped. Okay. So we're going to rotate it like this, and we have it almost open 180 degrees. Okay, and let's try and pop this out. Yeah, I can hear the adhesive in there. But yeah, I don't think I can get this out without the screen breaking. So we might have to just call it quits here. I mean, their screen, if they can't use it either way, I guess we might as well find out, but I don't know. It really doesn't want to come out. So I don't know. We were able to get the top part out, as you can see, but the side edges, I don't know. I might have to, like, maybe if I use the popsicle stick, I can slide it down and have that pull the adhesive out and just slowly continue working it down. I don't know if you can hear that. The adhesive is peeling out. Okay. Let's try one on this side as well, if I can. This in there. Okay, I can hear the adhesive peeling. So you just kind of gotta go slow here and see if it will slowly peel out more, but it's kind of stuck, it seems. Oh, there we go. It's peeling a bit more. Oh, it's stuck on a clip or something, sliding it down. What is that? Oh, actually I can see the adhesive in there. I don't know if that's stretch release adhesive. Looks like just normal adhesive. The problem is it's pulling on the screen quite a bit, so I don't know if that's gonna work. I think it's just gonna destroy it. So let's go ahead and plug the batteries back in real quick and then power it up and see if anything changed. I probably should have checked that first, just in case this cable, but I doubt that cable did anything. Sometimes resetting the BIOS might have helped, but I kind of doubt that as well. Let's see. Alright, so we got the battery and the CMOS BIOS battery plugged back in. It looks like it's turning itself back on. Nothing is happening. I do see the light here. Let me plug an external monitor into it and see if anything is happening real quick. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so it looks like the screen actually was able to come on, but it's all messed up. You see all these lines on it? That's so weird. So it's on now, but it's not the way it should be. It just turned itself off again. Most likely the screen would need to be replaced to fix this. But I don't know what just happened because it was on and then the screen just went off. Let me try the external again and I'll be back. Okay, well, the customer didn't provide me with the charger, and when I push the button, it's just blinking the red button on the battery light, so I can't really do anything else. It was plugged in, the monitor was coming on, and then it started just going glitchy, so I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I guess we'll put this back together and call it a quits, because pretty sure it's going to need a new screen, and I don't know, the customer said it was a cheap laptop. They don't want to pay the money to do that. So let's go ahead and put this thing back in. There's not really much else to go over here. We're just going to go ahead and clip all the edges back in, and that's about it. I don't know if this video was helpful to anyone. Hopefully you can at least use it to upgrade your SSD or fan or something, but yeah. Other than that, hopefully this video helped. Thanks for watching. Again, if it did, please make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps, and yeah, it allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, that's pretty much it. You're welcome to stay as I get all these screws back in. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Alright, let's get all these screws back in. And yeah, I don't want to mess around with pulling the screen out anymore, because the lines that I saw aren't going to really go away from a connection issue. So that's actually more of a screen issue. Okay, so get all these back in and we're good to go. If I had to replace the screen, then I would actually pry it all out, but again, the customer said that if they had to replace the screen, it's probably not worth it. So I don't want to go and like start ripping out the screen and yeah, end up like not really having that as a job, and it's more like it'll cause it to look worse, and the customer might be like, why'd you do that if you didn't need to? But yeah. Alright, so last two screws and we're good to go. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Let's drop this.